So, what's next for Doctor Strange? If you want to know what's next for Tom Holland's Peter Parker, and isn't it cool we have to specify that now, which Peter Parker, I have a video on that too, link pinned down below at the top of the comments section. But as for Doctor Strange, yes, it's time to talk about that sneak peek at the very end of No Way Home. I'll do a shot-by-shot breakdown when, hopefully, they release the trailer online. I know that it leaked online, but that's pirated material, so I can't show anything from it. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to discuss it overall. And warning, this video contains some Doctor Strange 2 slight spoilers, at least pre-reshoots, which I was the first to tell you are extensive. So extensive, they have you guys with some questions, and we're going to talk about that because I've been checking because, we want to know what's changing exactly about the movie. Now, I'm not going to tell you like the ending or like the big final fight or anything like that, but I do have some goodies, and I think most importantly, some clarification for you. So the biggest question I've been getting from you off of this teaser trailer is Wanda still the villain? What I'm hearing, yes. And this teaser is just a big old misdirect. That scene where Doctor Strange goes to see Wanda for help, I heard that during that scene, he realizes she's the one causing the problems he's come for help about, and that leads to a big fight between the two of them. That scene, by the way, with the trees, that is a very nice visual touch, because with Wanda pruning them, it's like she's pruning the multiverse because, there's branches. And, I think the tree that they chose looks a lot like that multiverse shot from the end of Loki when it starts to branch. And let's just say that Wanda does do a lot of pruning of the multiverse in the movie. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So I think that's actually very nice. That's probably my favorite visual in the trailer, which I think overall has like some problems. But anyway, the teaser makes it look as if evil Doctor Strange is the villain. But before the current reshoots, I hear that evil Doctor Strange actually did not have a very big role. Now, I told you that Doctor Strange 2 tested very poorly. And in the original version, Wanda was not only the villain, but she cuts a bloody murderous path through the multiverse, which might have been a bit much. I think the movie had other problems, but, Sam Raimi, he can be a very aggressive horror filmmaker, and I think he really went to town with Wanda. I think, as many of you do, that should be, some of you want her to just kill, you're like, go to town, Wanda, right? But I think it should be toned down a little bit, as you want the MCU's most popular female character to be treated well and to be redeemable. Also, let's not forget that WandaVision did a lot to make her situation about grief and mental health, and it would be really bad to villainize that discussion. I think that the movie would have problems on social media if it did that. But I wouldn't want to make her not the villain at all. That would be a horrible note to take away from notes on the first cut. Her being a villain is right out of the comics. You just have to be careful. I think she only killed Scott Lang actually and he came back. But she only killed one person. It was an accident. She's going around killing lots of people. I mean, I don't care how many pages she's read in the Darkhold. This is going to be problematic. I know the reshoots are extensive, and in addition to fixing the film, they're adding a lot of cameos to thrill audiences, and they can see how much people love that with No Way Home. But I think it's also probably to distract from some of the problems they won't be able to fix, like Doctor Strange's horrible wig. How did it get worse in his own movie? And then also, I think flat cinematography, although maybe it's not color corrected yet, but I thought the visuals were surprisingly weak for what's supposed, especially considering how good the first Doctor Strange movie looked. But anyway, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Wanda is a villain. She just, walked that fine line. You can do it, MCU and Raimi. Now, speaking of Doctor Strange and evilness, it's very odd that the evil Doctor Strange that they show at the end of this teaser doesn't look like Doctor Strange Supreme from What If whatsoever, who has a very distinct look, which would be very easy to do in live action and is very popular with fans. So what's with this, he looks almost like a caveman Doctor Strange, quite frankly, with another really bad wig. What a missed opportunity if Doctor Strange Supreme doesn't also show up. I told you I heard that evil Doctor Strange was going to be in the movie, and this is probably a variant, as Doctor Strange Supreme is, because, Doctor Strange can go evil in a number of universes, and we'll, come across variants in this movie. It's because, speaking of variants, a lot of you were like, what's up with this Defender Strange toy leak that came out the other day? Well, I had my sources dig around a little bit, and to them, it seems that this is another variant that might be in the movie. If he's in the movie, he's a variant. And because I said, at the end of Doctor Strange 2, does Doctor Strange become Defender Strange? Which would be very cool, because I like this look on him. He looks great, especially because he's no longer the Sorcerer Supreme, according to No Way Home. That was stupid. So what if he blipped? But anyway, it's a very cool new look. I love when characters get a new look. You can tell them apart in their movies. It's a great idea. And I don't know. I like Clokey a lot. But it's very heavy. It's a lot of fabric, especially in these new movies, No Way Home and the Doctor Strange 2 preview. You're wearing a lot of clothes, Doctor Strange. I like the sleeker look of Defender Strange. So I thought maybe he'd level up to that at the end of the movie. And my source says, reshoots aside, as of now, that's not the case. So if Defender Strange is in the movie, he's a variant. Now, the reason Defender Strange is so exciting, particularly to comic book fans, is that Defenders is the mystical team that Strange often leads, that Clea has been a member of. I hear she's currently, as of, pre-reshoots, she's a tease in Doctor Strange 2. She's a tease. A big tease, she's not even necessarily cast, or they wouldn't have to keep her the way the tease is done. And then Wanda has also been on the Defenders team. So it would be fantastic if the Defenders showed up. But again, so far, it seems that would only be a variant if in the movie. Then Mordo, I believe the Mordo shown here is a variant as well. We'll talk about Mordo a little bit more in a moment when we talk about how this could be a misdirect. But first, I want to touch on other things shown in the teaser. Christine, who was a very touching part of What If. Many of you in particular were moved by that episode. I liked when he turned into Doctor Strange Supreme. I thought the Christine stuff was okay. But, Rachel McAdams was like, I ain't coming back unless I have a bigger role. Well, she has a huge role in the film, as I've told you. You can see her in multiple parts of even just this teaser. We'll see what happens again after the reshoots. But with the original cut, she was as big a player in the movie as MJ is in No Way Home. And then America Chavez, who you only see briefly, but she's much younger and more, let's say, prim than she is in the comics. That's a very strong choice. I don't know why you would do America Chavez and not do the version that everybody likes. But anyway, she does wear her trademark jean jacket, and the star activating on her back when she jumps multiverses is a nice touch. I believe it kind of lit up in the comics, but seeing it in live action is always a nice treat. There's also, we still haven't seen her punch through. That should be really cool visuals. There's also Shuma Gorath, who's probably in this teaser because of the toy leak. And I hear that demon, as well as other demons, are going after America Chavez. That leak is out there. And you can see Doctor Strange protecting America Chavez from Shuma Gorath in this very teaser. So is this a big old misdirect that Wanda is the villain in Doctor Strange 2, or are they really changing that much about the movie? I'm inclined to believe, again, misdirect. I wouldn't be surprised, speaking of, as I said with Mordo, that the lines here are cut together to misdirect you, because he says his first line on camera, I'm sorry, Steven, but then the rest of it, he totally changes his tone, and that is said off camera. And he just says the greatest threat is you, not Steven or Doctor Strange. And by the way, Mordo does have, let's say, a key scene with Wanda in the movie, pre-reshoots. Speaking of toy leaks, she's got the villain look in the boxes for the toys, and it's what fans want to see, to a point. Key to Wanda's story is that she does go back to being a hero after this dalliance. It very much is like the Dark Phoenix storyline. So that needs to be possible. Although Dark Phoenix killed a lot of people too. But it's like what Joker says, all part of the plan, people don't bat an eye. And she killed a planet from very far away. These are up close and personal deaths or kills with Wanda as of the pre-reshoots. Also, there's a shot in the teaser where Doctor Strange is looking at a number of orbs with Wanda's energy covering them or emanating from them. Perhaps he's cast a spell to look for Wanda variants in other universes and or multiverses that she's been to. That is a key plot point to the film as well. I think you shouldn't overlook the fact that that's Wanda's energy signature. The Illuminati, who's on it, as well as the superheroes working for them, and the Darkhold should still, from what I'm hearing, all be still major elements as well. I think it's a soft sell not to put that stuff in the trailer. This is just a teaser. The movie's pretty far out. It comes out now in May. my question is, will Marvel insist that Wanda isn't the villain and all these other things aren't in the film up until release, like Sony said Toby and Andrew weren't in the movie, right? Will they do that as well? I don't know. I mean, I guess we can keep playing this game where they're like, you don't know. You got a lot of you were like, Toby and Andrew might not be in it because Sony hasn't confirmed it, even though like it was everywhere and everyone had reported on it at that point. Will you fall for it again? Will you be like, maybe Wanda isn't the villain? I mean, it's interesting. It's very interesting. And of course, we have to factor in the massive reshoots. But what did you think of the teaser for Doctor Strange 2? I think bottom line is that Wanda is a major character in the MCU. She's super popular. A number of you told me that she got one of the biggest reactions at your screening along with the Toby and Andrew. That's pretty exciting. I'm so happy for Elizabeth Olsen. It's what she deserves. All right, share those thoughts down below. Subscribe today. And of course, as always, you can check out some more videos right now.